Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. WGR Garage here, and today is going to be a little short episode on just kind of what's going on around the house, what new stuff we have here, a little update on the tracker, all that good stuff. So that's what today's video about, is just a quick update to get us through the holidays, since I probably won't be working on too much through the holidays. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the tracker. I have all the parts cleaned up. This is all the axle parts, just hub to hub, I guess. And everything's all cleaned up. I got everything nicely painted. There's a knuckle, all painted, everything good. New Marlin crawler seals. I guess those are the best inner axle seals to get that really allow for some deflection on some worn out axles. Axle deflection in there to keep it sealed. So I have the third member pulled. I have new gears. I have all the parts for the third member to go back together. I do not have the tooling to do a third member, and I really haven't done one before. So I dropped the third member and all the parts off to a local shop, Cabot Tire and Off-Road, and they are going to be putting my third member together. So when I get that in, I can actually get the whole front end back together for pretty much the last time, and then I'm on to the rear end. So the rear end is, I think you saw it in the last video, but it just needs to be pulled apart, painted, and then put back together. So other than that, that's kind of what's going on with the tracker. It's getting really close. I just need to work on some brake lines after this, and I'm pretty... Oh, and a power steering line. So I need the power steering lines to be made, and that's going to be a little wonky, but I'll see if I can get them kind of spliced together at Napa. They'll hook me up. But so anyways, that is an update on the tracker, and yeah, getting pretty excited to have a maiden voyage. Okay, now we're on to this. This is a friend of mine's, Michael's, his Rockwell One Link Jeep. It's been a ongoing project for a while now, and he is ready for it to get on the trails. So I took this project on with hopefully an expectation of getting it done by March. So it'll be driving out of my shop March. That's my goal. So we are going to be getting the tracker back on the ground, probably everything besides brakes, and I'm gonna get that thing pulled out of the shop. This thing needs to go in the shop, and then I'm going to be undertaking all the rest of the suspension components, all the welding. There's a lot of welding that needs to get done. A few things need to be fixed. I need a new shorter tail housing for the Turbo 350 transmission. It's a two-wheel drive transmission, but I got to get a 6-inch tail housing and tail shaft put in that. Yeah, there's a 5.3 installed. My game plan is to move this thing forward about 3 to 4 inches, flip the intake around so the intake is on the back, much like my rock bouncer, and yeah, so put some shocks on it, get it all wired up, and out the door. So that is going to be the next project coming in, hopefully pulling it in the shop in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping this will be on the ground probably by end of January, middle of January. It should be on the ground and out of the shop, and then this will be in the shop, and this is going to be kind of primary because yeah, I got a March deadline for it. So that's going to be the tasking, is to get this baby done. Okay, so another update is going to be 5.3. I don't know what year it is, to be honest with you, but it came from Josh Wellesley's Buggy. So Josh scored a 6.0 and wanted to upgrade to the 6.0. This thing has great oil pressure. He had one little small concern about some sprinkles in the oil, because he put an LS1 oil pan in it, I guess, and it didn't like going downhill. So he put the truck pan back on it and it hasn't had an issue since. So yeah, he gave me a screaming deal on it, and I think I'm just gonna literally drop that sucker right into my buggy, and that will replace my worn out motor that I have. So it's either that or kind of hold off and put the 5.3 liter that I have, the one that's in my buggy right now, is to get that one rebuilt and then stick it back into it. But yeah. All right, so coming back over to my buggy, worn out motor still, needs a dang wash like I've never seen before. But yes, I got some new parts in. There's a new PSC ram, double-ended ram back there, some new lowers. Really cool stuff. I also got, this is pretty neat too, I don't know, hopefully they pick me up as a sponsor or something, but or sponsor me, but this is pretty cool too. This is a Rhino tool bag. Michelle got me this for Christmas, and it is way cool. It's basically just a tool bag with numerous labeled pockets. Really sweet. So I'm excited to put that somewhere on the buggy and get that thing going. But back onto the buggy, basically, yeah, still have a bent rear ram I haven't done anything with, but one of these days I'll take it out, clean it, and then start messing around with it again. But yes, so I got this 5.3. This one's worn out. I got a whole bunch of new parts. I have basically brand new flat top pistons from GM, brand new cam. It's the Brian Tooley Stage 2, I believe, cam with new springs. This is a new manual valve body for the Turbo 350. New 2200 stall torque converter. Got a lot of stuff. Timing sets, oil pumps, high pressure oil pumps. Everything I need to really bring this 5.3 back to life. So yeah, so I have the option of either throwing Josh's motor in here and calling it good, or I have the option of rebuilding this one and getting it all back together and then tossing it back in. But over the summer, I also want to take this whole thing apart. So I need the boat out of the garage, put this thing in the middle of the garage, call up some buddies, have everybody just tear it down over a weekend, and let's get some paint and powder on it. Paint or powder, I guess. I think I'm gonna get it powder coated. But yeah, so the color is a little bit unknown, but I'm gonna drop it off and point at something and have them powder coat it. So that is the update on the two-seater. And finally, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about a lot of weird stuff, but this one I'm pretty excited for. So let's see if I can get over there. I got another tracker Suzuki Sidekick thing. So where to start? I don't know. I was on Marketplace and ran across this. For the guy was asking $1,000 for it. He said it ran and drive, and he has a couple videos of it running, not driving, but it definitely needs some love. So I'm pretty sure the head gasket's blown. He wasn't able to get it started when we got there. It's a 95 Sidekick 4-door. I'm really pumped about it. I think the body on it is actually really nice. It just needs some paint. The interior is fairly decent. The dash is all there, you know, all the parts are there. Automatic door panels. So it might look really bad, but these are just, it's just cardboard. It's like tag board or cardboard. I can't remember what you call this stuff, but that's all it is, covered in vinyl. And so the game plan is to get some 1/8 inch texturized plastic to make the door cards out of. And then you just, you know, you unscrew these, screw them back into the new stuff, move the crank, in the pocket, and you can put all that stuff back, and you just use 1/8 inch plastic. It's just flat. So that's the idea behind all the door panels. I'll do that. Obviously everything. I mean, all these door panels need to be replaced. The seats, I think I'm gonna have them reupholstered, because I do like the seats. They can't be all torn up. So I will get them reupholstered, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is gonna be the third project after the Rockwall Jeep is done, and that's out of there. And then the tracker's done and good to go. This will be the next one. So leaks more oil than any vehicle I've ever seen in my entire life. But I think I'll end up having to pull the motor out of it and rebuild it. That's kind of be a video in itself and an adventure on itself. But yeah, really pretty excited about it. It doesn't have hardly any rust like the tracker does. So some decent tires on it. I think the fronts are shot because the alignment's so poor, but these tires are really good shape. So I think I'm just gonna match these in the front, go get some new ones for the front. But yeah, so that is the new project. So I think the idea behind it, kind of what I have planned for it, is going to be like a 3-inch lift, nothing crazy, no solid axle swap or anything like that. Just a 3-inch lift for it, and rebuild that motor. Obviously it's pretty shot, and get the interior presentable, and paint the outside. I might rhino line it. I might paint it. I think I want to paint it the factory color regardless. And then we'll put a tube bumper on the front with a winch, and that's going to be it. So it'll just be a cool little daily driver maybe. I kind of want to do more what do you call overlanding. So I kind of want to try overlanding. I've never done it before. I don't always have to have the big rock bouncers out there beating up on hills. I enjoy just getting in the woods and going on some adventures. So yeah, that is going to be I'm really stoked about it. That's going to be one of my next projects on the channel. So, but anyways, guys, hey, that is going to be a quick update, kind of get you through the holidays and to stay on top of the channel and getting some content out there. So yeah, if you're as excited as me on some of these projects, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you in 2022. Thanks, guys.